This is the perfect Japan itinerary for first-timers, especially for the traveler who wants to see and do a lot in the most energetically efficient way possible. From the gorgeous sights, incredible food, and rich culture and history, Japan is an absolute dream destination, but it can be super overwhelming to navigate. Luckily, you have me, Sugi, your bestie who grew up going to Japan. In this video, I'll share the perfect customizable itinerary: 6 days in Tokyo, 2 days in Hiroshima, and 5 days in Kyoto, including top destinations, off-the-beaten-path day trips, recommended activities, and even travel logistics. Let's get into it. I built this itinerary with a few things in mind. Basically, with the intention of leaving some breathing room for all different types of energy levels, and with enough flexibility to enjoy and really get a sense of each destination. Essentially, it's what I would build for a friend traveling to Japan. We're starting with 6 days in Tokyo. Day 1, arrival. You're gonna fly into either Narita or Haneda in Tokyo. For Narita, I recommend taking the limousine bus to get into Tokyo. For Haneda, I recommend taking the Tokyo monorail to get into Tokyo. But I also highly recommend using Google or Apple Maps to route to your destination just to see what is the most optimal route. P.S. If you are looking for additional information on packing, flights, transportation, please feel free to check out our Japan planning video. Your first order of business on the arrival day is to get acclimated and stay up as late as you possibly can. We're gonna try to beat jet lag. Step out and explore the neighborhood and surrounding areas, maybe even hop on the train and go a couple of stops. I recommend staying anywhere in Tokyo near a train station, but especially the Yamanote line, which is the main line that hits a lot of the touristy spots. If you want affordable, I recommend staying in either Taito, Sumida, or Toshima City. If you want convenient, I recommend staying in Shinjuku or Shibuya City. And if you're looking for more central or upscale, I recommend staying in Chiyoda or Minato City. Day 2. I feel like this is a great day to do a local food tour. You're likely gonna be up super early because of jet lag or need a little extra motivation to stay awake. So having something structured while also having the flexibility to explore surrounding neighborhoods on your own is the perfect marriage for your first day. If you're a super early riser, I would suggest doing a Tsukiji Market food tour. That way you can also explore or maybe visit Team Lab Planets, Odaiba area, Tokyo Bay area, or you could do Ginza, Tokyo, and Akihabara. If nightlife is more your thing, then I would suggest doing kind of a nightlife food tour in Shinjuku. That way you can spend the day shopping and exploring in Shibuya and Harajuku. Honestly, food tours are such a fantastic way to explore and experience a new city, especially in a way that you might not normally experience it. It's also nice to be able to navigate some of the touristy areas without stress and with the guidance of a tour guide. Day 3 is a free day. I know it might be a little too early to add a free day in the itinerary, but I also feel like so many people make the mistake of not adding enough free time to explore at their leisure. This is the perfect day to do an amusement park. Although if theme parks aren't your thing, then I definitely suggest exploring a popular neighborhood. If you're looking for something more traditional, I would say Asakusa in Ueno. That's where Sensoji Temple is. You can do kimono rental around the temple. There's Tokyo Skytree. Over in Ueno, you have Ueno Park and Zoo, and also Ameyoko Shopping Street. The street food in both areas, impeccable. If you're looking for something a little more trendy, I would suggest Shibuya and Harajuku. Of course, you've got Shibuya Sky, Shibuya Crossing. This is where pet cafes are. There's such good shopping here as well. But it's not all about shopping. There's also Meiji Jingu Shrine and Yoyogi Park. If you're an anime or electronics lover, then I definitely suggest going to Akihabara, Ikebukuro, and or Nakano Broadway. Day 4. This is the day I recommend doing a guided tour, somewhere probably a little more off the beaten path. If you're traveling in winter, like December through February, then I would suggest doing a Mount Fuji tour. This time frame is when there's the highest chance of visibility. And many of these tours will take you to all the best photo spots, so you don't have to worry about transportation. If you're going in autumn, like October and November, I suggest Nikko. It's so historic, so beautiful, and also looks fantastic with all of the autumn leaves. If you're traveling during the summer, like June to September, I suggest going to Kanagawa area. Like Enoshima is perfect. Kamakura, which I know has become really popular, but it's so beautiful. Or even Yokohama if you want something more city-based rather than beachy vibes. If you're traveling in spring, like March through May, then I suggest prioritizing either cherry blossoms or in-season blooms. Outside of cherry blossom season, there's Ashikaga Flower Park and also Hitachi Seaside Park. For cherry blossoms, honestly, both Nikko and Fuji area are great. And for early cherry blossoms, Kawazu or Miura are great. Day 5, I recommend another free day. I know! I've already mentioned some popular neighborhoods and what to do there, but I also feel like this is a great day to do a workshop or some sort of experience. Maybe a cooking class or a jeans making or a cruise around Tokyo Bay. I've never regretted doing a workshop when I travel because you get to learn a lot from locals. Day 6, this is a travel day. We are gonna go to Hiroshima and get the largest leg of travel out of the way first. By the way, if you are more city oriented and you wanna prioritize things like Universal Studios Japan, then you can swap Hiroshima for Osaka, no problem. But I personally always recommend Hiroshima because I feel like it is such a gem and sometimes it's overlooked for like a first time trip. So here's the rundown. Travel time from Tokyo to Hiroshima on the Shinkansen is roughly 4 hours. You're gonna wanna get to the station at least 30 to 40, maybe even more minutes before your train leaves. This gives you a chance to locate your platform, get your bearings, maybe grab any food before you head off to your next destination. You can actually also order an ekiben ahead of time through the Klook app when purchasing your Shinkansen tickets, which I think is so convenient. I recently had the self-heating unagi bento and it was so good. Once you arrive in Hiroshima, and by the way, I recommend staying near Hiroshima Station because we're only gonna be there for 2 nights, then you're gonna wanna drop off your bags so you can immediately go out and explore. I think this is a great day, depending on what time you get there, especially if you get there a little bit earlier, to explore the Memorial Peace Park and museum. Also, make sure you get okonomiyaki for dinner. Day 7 is one of my favorites, Miyajima Island. You're gonna take the Sanyo main line from Hiroshima Station to Miyajima-guchi Station. At Miyajima-guchi Station, you will take the ferry to Miyajima Island. There is so much to do, so make sure you wake up early and give yourself the entire day to explore. This is where you'll find the famous Torii Gate in the water, Itsukushima Shrine, there's Momijidani Park, and also the Miyajima Ropeway and Mount Misen. And there's also plenty of shopping and eating good food, of course. While you're here, I suggest having oysters and conger eel. Day 8, we are traveling to Kyoto. Now from Hiroshima Station to Kyoto Station, it takes almost 2 hours. This is kind of a free and easy day, so you can explore anything in Hiroshima that you didn't get to see. Or if you want to head to Kyoto early, drop your stuff and explore, you can do that too. Kyoto is very easy to navigate in my opinion. It's not as massive as Tokyo. So I recommend staying anywhere near downtown Kyoto, near the station or Higashiyama area. Honestly, as long as you're close to downtown or the vicinity, then you're good. Now, because Kyoto is not as spread out as Tokyo or Hiroshima, like most things are close together within the same vicinity, with the exception of a few historical sites. But because it's not as spread out and because it's quite crowded right now, we're gonna approach Kyoto a little differently. There are so many amazing day tours, walking tours, off the beaten path tours, and temples, so many temples. I actually recommend prioritizing your top 3 to 4 sites and then building your itinerary around that. So for day 9, I've got a walking tour at Fushimi Inari Shrine. This should roughly take a half day, especially if you want to give yourself time to explore and if you want to walk all the way up and do the whole entire loop. Then if you're up for it, I suggest going to Higashiyama area where Kiyomizu-dera is and all these really traditional cool shopping streets are, and then also Gion district. Day 10, I suggest doing Arashiyama full day. It's not a huge trek, but it's gonna take you a little bit longer to get out to Arashiyama depending on where you're staying. And this area, I feel like you get a lot of bang for your buck, so to speak. There's a lot to do. You can ride the romance train, you can take a boat ride, visit a few temples and gardens, see the bamboo forest, of course, or just walk around and explore away from the crowds. Day 11, we're gonna do a tour. Now, if you want to stay within a reasonable distance, I suggest going to Uji. This is where you can find Uji matcha and honestly try all things matcha, like gyoza and soba. You can also do a day trip to Osaka, which is like 15 minutes by Shinkansen. Otherwise, there are so many really awesome off the beaten path day trips. I really enjoyed my trip to Amano Hashidate and Ine Fishing Village. Day 12 is another free day. This is open for whatever sites you want to see, especially if you have not hit up everything on your priority list. I personally love Nijo Castle and Nishiki Market. There's also Kinkakuji and Philosopher's Path. You could also opt to do another day trip. Day 13 is a free and easy travel day from Kyoto back to Tokyo. Travel time is roughly 2.5 hours. At this point, you're gonna be a pro with the Shinkansen, so you know the drill. Get to the station, get your food, find your platform, get your bearings, and you're good to go. You can leave at whatever time you want, so you can either spend a little extra time in Kyoto or spend some extra time in Tokyo doing some last minute shopping. And lastly, day 14, our final day. You'll probably want to leave your luggage at the hotel and just kind of hang out before you have to go to the airport. And then take the limousine bus back to the airport and head home. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, share with a friend. And if you want to see even more Japan adventures, feel free to follow me on my personal page at SUGINOFILTER. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.